Many people are afraid of snakes because of their appearance, which is often associated with danger or unpredictability. The way they move without legs or any visible means of support can seem unnatural and alarming to many individuals. The fear of snakes is deeply rooted in human psychology. This fear may stem from evolutionary instincts developed over thousands of years. Early humans who were cautious around potentially dangerous creatures had better chances of survival, and that caution has been passed down. Snakes often trigger a fear response because they are silent and sudden in their movements. They can appear unexpectedly, which catches people off guard and creates panic. Their ability to blend into their surroundings adds to the surprise factor. Many people also have negative associations with snakes because of cultural stories, myths, and religious references. Throughout history, snakes have been portrayed as symbols of evil, betrayal, or temptation, which influences modern fear. A fear of the unknown can also play a big role. Most people don't know much about snakes, their behavior, or whether they pose a threat. This lack of knowledge leads to fear based on uncertainty rather than fact. Snakes are often associated with harm, even when they are harmless. People tend to assume the worst because of the general mystery surrounding snakes and their habits. Media portrayals also contribute to fear. Movies, television shows, and news reports often depict snakes as dangerous, aggressive, or monstrous. This creates a lasting impression that can fuel anxiety and fear. Some individuals develop fear through personal experience. A sudden encounter with a snake in childhood or adulthood, especially if it involved a scare, can leave a lasting emotional imprint. Even people who haven't had a direct experience can learn fear from others. If a parent or sibling reacts fearfully to a snake, that response can be learned and internalized over time. The physical features of snakes, such as their unblinking eyes or flickering tongue, are often perceived as eerie or unnatural. These features differ significantly from most other creatures people are used to, making them harder to relate to. Their unpredictable movement is also unsettling. People often prefer animals that move in ways they understand. Snakes move with speed and silence, which adds an element of mystery and fear. Another reason for fear is the belief that snakes are aggressive or always ready to attack. This misconception creates a heightened sense of danger whenever one is seen or imagined. Phobias can develop even without direct encounters. A person may feel intense fear just by thinking about snakes or seeing pictures or videos, especially if they already suffer from anxiety or trauma. In some cases, fear is reinforced by social reactions. Screams, panic, or avoidance displayed by groups of people can validate an individual's fear, making it feel more rational or necessary. Snakes also inhabit areas that humans frequent, such as gardens, farms, and hiking trails. The idea that one might encounter a snake in these everyday places makes people feel vulnerable and anxious. People often fear what they cannot control. The elusive and stealthy nature of snakes gives them an aura of unpredictability, which is uncomfortable for those who prefer predictability in their surroundings. Some individuals associate snakes with death or poison, regardless of whether the snake is harmful or not. This automatic link between snakes and mortality enhances the fear. The lack of facial expressions on snakes may also contribute. Humans are wired to interpret facial cues in other beings. Snakes do not show emotion in a recognizable way, making it hard to read their intent. For children, fear of snakes can be especially intense due to imagination and exposure to exaggerated tales. Once fear is embedded early on, it can be carried into adulthood. Religious teachings and spiritual beliefs in some cultures have contributed to the fear of snakes. In many traditions, snakes are seen as omens or symbols of punishment, which deepens psychological aversion. The suddenness of a snake's presence can activate the body's fight or flight response. Even when not in danger, a person's heart rate can spike, and adrenaline may surge simply from the sight of a snake. Some individuals experience a complete loss of control when encountering snakes. This extreme reaction, known as ophidiophobia, can cause physical symptoms such as sweating, dizziness, or shortness of breath. Urbanization and detachment from nature can intensify fear. People who grow up in cities may not have the opportunity to understand or encounter snakes in a calm, educational setting. Lack of education about snakes fuels many of the myths and false beliefs. When people don't understand what they fear, the fear remains strong and often irrational. The fear of snakes, though often learned or influenced by society, is very real for those who experience it. It reflects a combination of instinct, culture, personal experience, and imagination that shapes the human response to the unfamiliar. Snakes have different colors and designs, primarily due to their need to adapt and survive in a wide range of environments. These adaptations serve multiple purposes, including camouflage, warning, and communication. The variation in color and pattern helps them avoid predators and improve their chances of survival. Camouflage is one of the most important reasons for the color and design differences among snakes. By blending into their environment, snakes can avoid detection from predators and also sneak up on their prey more effectively. The natural world is filled with different terrains, from forests to deserts, and snakes have evolved their appearance to match these surroundings. Some snakes develop earth-toned colors that match soil, sand, rocks, or fallen leaves. These muted colors help them stay hidden on the forest floor or desert sand, making them less visible to predators and prey. Others might resemble the dappled light patterns found in grassy or wooded areas. Contrasting patterns such as bands, blotches, or stripes can help break up a snake's outline, making it harder to detect. These designs serve as a form of visual disruption, confusing both predators and prey when the snake moves or lies still. Coloration can also change depending on the time of day. Some snakes appear darker in the early morning or late evening, which can help them absorb more heat from the sun. This change in color is a physiological response to environmental needs rather than a permanent trait. In many cases, bright and bold colors serve as a warning to potential threats. These warning colors signal danger, such as the presence of venom or a defensive behavior. This phenomenon, known as aposematism, helps snakes avoid confrontations. Some patterns are used for mimicry, where a harmless snake develops colors or designs that resemble more dangerous or venomous species. This trick confuses predators into thinking the snake is more dangerous than it really is, providing protection without the need for actual venom. The development of colors and patterns is also influenced by genetic mutation and natural selection. Over generations, the snakes that are better camouflaged or more effectively mimicking dangerous traits are more likely to survive and pass on those traits. Environmental factors such as temperature, humidity, and elevation also affect coloration. A snake living in a cooler, shadier area might evolve darker shades to help regulate body temperature, while one in a sunlit region might display lighter tones. Patterns also help with thermoregulation. Darker colors absorb more heat, which is beneficial for cold-blooded animals. Designs may affect how evenly a snake warms itself in the sun, aiding in digestion and movement. Coloration can change over time through molting. As a snake sheds its skin, new pigments may appear more vibrant or slightly different. This periodic change is often tied to the snake's growth and health. Different colors and designs can also indicate the age or sex of a snake. Juveniles may have brighter patterns that fade as they grow older, or males may develop more vivid markings during mating seasons to attract partners. In many cases, designs serve as a form of visual communication between snakes. They might use certain color displays or body postures to warn rivals, attract mates, or signal submission. Some snakes exhibit iridescence, where their scales reflect different colors depending on the angle of light. This phenomenon is caused by microscopic structures in their scales and may help with camouflage or communication. Other snakes might appear solid in color but actually have complex micropatterns that can only be seen up close or under specific lighting. These subtle markings may assist with blending into certain surfaces or break up their silhouette in complex backgrounds. Seasonal changes can influence a snake's appearance. Some may become paler or darker depending on the season, which helps them blend into changing foliage or ground cover during different times of the year. Geographic variation plays a significant role as well. The same species can look very different depending on its location, as populations adapt to local surroundings and threats over time. This leads to the development of regional patterns in colors. Predator pressure also shapes coloration. Snakes in areas with many visual predators may evolve more intricate camouflage, while those with fewer threats might have bolder or more open patterns. In some cases, injuries or environmental stressors can alter the appearance of a snake's skin. Scarring, poor nutrition, or disease might lead to irregular patterns or color fading over time. Hormonal changes during breeding seasons or after shedding can temporarily enhance or dull a snake's colors. These changes may be used to attract mates or to deter rivals. Some colors and designs are simply evolutionary leftovers, traits that once served a purpose but are no longer crucial. These remnants persist through genetic inheritance, even if their original use has diminished. Color and pattern development starts early in a snake's life, often while still in the egg. The embryo's genes dictate how pigments will be deposited in the skin, creating the foundation for its future appearance. In captivity, changes in diet, lighting, and temperature can also influence a snake's color. While these changes are often subtle, they demonstrate how sensitive coloration is to environmental conditions. Snakes are continually evolving, and their colors and designs reflect a long history of adaptation, survival, and interaction with their environment. These visual traits are not random but are shaped by millions of years of natural pressures. Each combination of color and pattern reflects a specific story of survival. Whether it's blending in, standing out, or sending a message, these visual elements are crucial to a snake's way of life. The wide range of colors and patterns seen in snakes highlights the intricate relationship between life and the environment. These visual adaptations remain one of nature's most fascinating tools for survival.